Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. Here today we have Jack's Blade.
Yo, dudes, it's Monday. Welcome to the POS Podcast. How you doing today? All right, I'm that employee.
Let me get some dabs in the chat from everybody.
Let me get some F's in the chat. So, how y'all doing today?
Get your vegetables. Get ready to play some Smash on your Nintendo Switch.
I hate all of you.
It's your fault for showing. You know what, Hero? This is your fault. It's like the fucking Sonic thing where you showed me and Carl that and you knew we couldn't control ourselves. So it's just
What's up, everybody? My name's Hiro Sashi. Got my vegetables ready to play some Final Fantasy 14 on my PC.
Oh my god.
Lena on the side, repping that chat. Can I get an F in the chat for Lena? Big oof. All right.
Oh god, they set up these markers wrong. We're gonna lose. Big oof. Big oof to my party.
Aw, rip. Oh my god. There's Lena. She's staring at me. Bruh moment.
I hate everything that's coming out of everyone.
It's your fault.
You know what's so hilarious is that before the podcast, like on my way home, I was telling Saber, I was like, "Yeah, don't get drunk this time." And did we start like this?
Right.
What are you talking about? We're not supposed to be drunk right now?
Oh yeah, Tom. Last time you missed like Saber being like super drunk.
Oh, I'm super upset.
Oh man.
I know that's your way to cope because
You're,
when
you're,
I'm not
you're
here,
just
but,
adding
you know.
me, aren't you? Jesus.
Yeah.
I told Dad not to drink at my birthday party.
So
I just had to know what it was like.
so how y'all guys been doing the past?
Oh, we're
weeks?
doing great. We're doing better than Hero's Party is right now, let me say.
Yeah.
I have no idea if you're winning or not. There are so many bars and things happening right now. Like,
Yeah, dude.
I am not autistic enough to understand. This is some crazy shit.
Oh shit. Damn.
Oh my god.
Big oof.
Big oof on getting into MMORPGs. Let me get an F in the chat for
Can I get a PC Master Race? Yeah, boy. Yeah.
press 1 in the chat if you only game on PC like a real man.
Yes, or real gal, because we don't gender discriminate here, babies. Dab in the chat for him.
No.
Sounds terrible.
Get a 1 for trans rights in the chat. Trans rights gamers, rise up.
Yeah, boy.
Oh no.
Okay.
Dude, why
Ryan.
is Kirito one of your party members? The guy with the purple sword is literally just Kirito. He's in all black. He's running around like he owns the place.
All right. Anyway, yeah. Anything new past couple weeks for you guys?
What happened?
I'm just trying to
Something
master the art of
happened.
3D printing. I got a 3D printer.
3D printing.
This-
Oh yeah. Show one of your things that you printed.
Oh, we're on a cartoon podcast, so everyone will appreciate one of the first prints that I did that was actually successful was a bust of handsome Squidward. So now he greets me every day at my desk.
That's great.
It's
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful. That's
So-
beautiful.
Just
Mm,
getting superpowers, no big deal.
that's awesome. Once you're able to make your own figures, you'll be able to conquer anything.
I'll be able to conquer your bank account. I'm
Oh,
counting
yes,
on
you will.
to give me
Yes.
thousands of dollars.
Oh, dude, if you start like throwing out Mia stuff, yeah, you got me. I was gonna say it. I was like, you son of a bitch, I'm in. There you go. It's just like,
All right.
Mm,
Noted.
yes. Or when you start making your like Bijoju figure of fucking Asumi as like a real girl, like an anthro girl or something shit like that, with like her ears and her sword, and then she's got like her big boobs on like this. Like I'll buy like 20 of those the day one, just so you know.
I'll just
So
have
there
my
you go.
normal figures, and then I'll have the Jack's Blade line.
Yes, exactly.
I know.
There you go. Perfect.
I know what the people want.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
By the way, chat. The chat box isn't working for Streamlabs. I don't know what went wrong with it. Because I couldn't log back in to the Streamlabs account, so I just had to do like a regular stream with the stream key on the Streamlabs app. So I can't get the chat box. So sorry about that because it won't show up on screen. I'll have to figure it out for next time. I was trying to figure it out before the podcast started, but
Not having the chat on screen. That's a big
for the chat for the freaking thing going, y'all. Come on,
this is my fault entirely.
This is your fault. It's like the Sonic thing is your fault. This is your fault. You should know better by now.
I'm not gonna show y'all funny videos ever again in life.
What did you think was going to happen?
but since there isn't any chat, I'll make us bigger. So
yes, I like to get bigger.
Yeah. So Saber, what about you? What have you been doing?
Hanging out with you. You've been hanging out for the last few weeks. I'm traveling, getting things done. Go see Laura last weekend, the weekend before last weekend, and then I went to go to Georgia for the 4th of July. See my family. We kept our distance though.
Good.
That's really it.
Nice.
So one thing I wanted to bring up with the chat is that I created a public Discord for POS Podcast. So if you want to join that, that's actually in the description of this current stream. You can join that if you want to. And you can use the live chat there if you want, or here on YouTube. And this is a completely free Discord. You don't need to become a member or anything. So you can just go there and hang out and do whatever.
Chill out, Max.
But I guess we'll go into some topics. And I actually have, thanks to Ryan Walterson, who's been helping out a lot with the podcast, actually, as far as like topics go.
Ryan's the GOAT.
The legend.
Ryan, you're the GOAT, man. Freaking awesome.
Legend.
Yeah, we decided to do a little document, so that way everybody in the podcast here can actually see the document for the different topics. There's actually a lot of stuff, so we might not be able to get to everything, but
Can we get through this shit?
Yeah, but we'll try to get through as much as possible. First, let's start out with something that's actually on the thumbnail of the podcast is B&A, Brand New Animal, which I think all of us have seen.
I have not seen that show.
Oh.
Yeah, opening for it is dope.
I know a lot of things about this show because people sure like it.
Yeah, it's really good, man. Can't wait for you to watch it.
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Started out really strong. That first episode left a very good impression.
Yeah. First episode left really good, but it's like majority of Trigger stuff is just like great from the get-go. And then love the aesthetic, love the character designs as usual. The story actually had me pretty invested for most of it. I was just like, oh, I'm getting really into it. The music is phenomenal. I love the music. Like, it's like so good. Like, I keep listening to the intro and outro for this show. Like, they're so freaking good.
Yeah. Night Running's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's so good. I mean, I'm great show. That's my opinion. Like, great show.
If you love Trigger for all their issues that they have, you'll love B&A because it is archetypal Trigger, and that it's Sakuga for days. Great aesthetic, great soundtrack, great animation, a story that falls apart completely in the second half.
You knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Something happens at the end.
It's the Trigger trademark.
Yeah, it's just like, it gets a little extraterrestrial, as they tend to do. But yeah, it's if you're into Trigger, you'll love it. If you hate Trigger, this is gonna be like, God damn it! How do they keep getting away with it? Because they got away with it again.
Yeah.
But what does B&A stand for? Big nipple ass?
That's your search.
Think about what you just said.
I just wanted to think of a stupid acronym.
And you sure did it. Big nipple ass.
Yeah.
You would
But
think like haircut, like more blood would be getting to your brain, and you'd have like more coherent thoughts. But no, it didn't. Not yet. We're working on it. We'll get there.
So yeah, I liked B&A. Animation as always is really great from Trigger. Colors are really good. I wanted there to be more of the Dolphin Girl. She was only in one episode.
I wanted more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted some Street Shark action going on. But did I get that shit? No. All right, what the fuck? Why is My Hero Academia the only one that gives me my freaking Street Shark action with Killer Whale Man? All right, no, it's just like, come on.
Yeah, this one has like a beluga mob boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least Harley Quinn gives me my fucking Street Shark action. Come on, man. Shit.
When's the inevitable Street Shark reboot coming?
That's the thing that I actually know about, but I have to stay quiet about it, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even lying about that.
Wait, what?
Max's new show, NDA.
No longer B&A, NDA.
NDA.
How unfortunate.
Yeah, but like
it has this fucking awesome Sakuga moment where they first like have like the first fight scene, and the dude like breaks out of the rubble and does like a slow motion 360 spin, and it's all like keyed frames like really well, and just like, stop it, you're just showing off, but don't stop.
Sakuga mean again? I'm an anime dweeb, but I don't know what that means.
Sakuga, it's just like a really well animated scene that's just like pure eye candy.
I have a lot of that.
You know, like when SpongeBob does like the really like super in detail like shots that are actually kind of gross. Sometimes.
Yeah, you mean like when like Squidward like takes a bite of the Krabby Patty, or when you see how effed up his face? Yeah, like the gross things. Yeah,
that kind of like stuff that's just absurdly well like written, like not written, drawn rather.
Well, those are still images though. This is more like the frame.
Oh, you mean
they don't have to be moving?
Do you mean like in your name?
It's usually like it goes from like being on 2s to being on 1s or something like that.
Do you mean like that scene from
dynamic foreshortening and like perspective and stuff like that?
Do you mean like that scene from Your Name with the meteorite? Is that Sakuga? The meteorite scene?
Yeah, I actually just retweeted recently there's a Twitter account I follow that if you want to get to know Sakuga, it's called Random Sakuga, and they just post Sakuga images or scenes from stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one from a Precure movie that's just nuts. It's just like, how did they do this? I'll put it in here. Pay if you want to put that in the chat, that's fine too. But like, this is the Sakuga scene. It's just like how like the man hours involved in animating this completely superfluous scene is just balls to the wall insane.
Over animated scenes.
Yeah, like like they're just showing off. Like
like Dragon Ball Super Broly then.
Yeah,
like
the entire movie is basically like the last half, just one extended Sakuga scene.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is very valid. Very, very valid.
So B&A, Saber, you have anything you want to say about it?
No, I'm with you guys. I feel like it was like, I don't know. I kept saying to Palo this entire week while he was visiting, trying to articulate my thoughts. But like, I just thought there'd be more. I wish there was more. I wish there was more substance. I feel like I think about Kill la Kill, and I'm like, I felt so much more for that story with the characters, and I thought it was a bit more satisfying. It was definitely a lot more off the wall and crazy. But for B&A, when it was done, I was like, that's it, we're done. Like I actually was like, hey, is there a second season on the way, or is this just? It felt like it ended very quickly. I expected there to be more with Marichu and what's the wolf girl's name?
The wolf girl. Oh, the fucking
her friend.
Yeah, her friend.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Whatever. Pink
yeah,
wolf.
I don't remember her name. There you go.
I thought there'd be a bit more tension between them, but it seemed like that was kind of resolved quickly.
They were like.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna agree with you. Like I was saying, like there was stuff where it's just like you're mad and then you get over it that fast, and it's just like okay,
which is fine. It doesn't have to be
very quickly.
Yeah. Well, I thought Silver Wolf. I don't know that was cool when it was revealed that like he's Silver Wolf, which in hindsight it's like, well, duh. That writing was on the wall. But I also thought it was kind of cliche, like the human history with it all. I don't know. I laughed. I was like, it's Undertale with the humans fighting the monsters and the humans fighting the Anthro people. But I don't know. I guess at the end of it all, I wasn't as satisfied as I thought it would be with the story and the characters. But visually, it was just magnificent. I love the color palette. It was so much fun to watch. And I think my favorite episode was the baseball episode of all things.
Yeah, that was a fun episode.
It was a nice little.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed the hell out. I wish there was more. I thought she played basketball. Here they're talking about basketball, and I'm like, guess that's not happening. So no,
yeah, I would have preferred it. Yeah, I would have preferred if they had more of like little stories like that within the city, like over like a 24 episode season rather than just a 12 one.
Yeah,
flush it out. Talk about the different types of like maybe there's an episode with the crime lords doing their thing and Mauricio.
Yeah, I was expecting like another episode with like the family that as they called them like at some point.
Yeah, they showed up at the ends, and again, I felt like I don't know. In my head, I'm like, oh, cool. We'll see Nina later. We'll see a lot more. And then because I thought episode 12 was the halfway point, and I was like, oh wait, never mind, we're done. And also the villain felt a little bit like cliche as well, where like I liked him until he flipped over, and I'm like, oh, you're feeling like a generic villain now. Like, this was my master plan the entire time, you fucking animals, and I turned into a fox too. It's like, what?
Yeah, well, I mean, the problem I had with that is just like, because again, like the whole kind of like end game of the show kind of felt like it came out of nowhere and seemed to kind of disregard the entire conflict that it set up of being human versus beastmen, and then it's like the beastman was the problem the whole time, but he's actually kind of a Nazi and an alien too, and it's just like, okay, Sugar, calm down, you can pick one of those, it's fine. I get it, he's bad.
Yeah, that again, it wasn't satisfying. You're absolutely right. It didn't really deliver at the end with what it wanted to say. Like the
what did the humans versus beastmen really do in terms of the story?
Well, it's like they wanted to paint up that humans were the ones who hated beastmen, and then it was a pharmaceutical guy, the pharmacy guy was behind it. But I wanted to see more outside humanity influence too, because they're painting this picture of humans versus beastmen. But we really didn't get it on a big scale. I don't know. Except for
they wanted to do a Godzilla reference. Instead of Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, it should have been Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. The guy should have been still a human, and like, I'm going to use my technology empire to build something that can fight beastmen at their best.
I'm so glad you saw that too.
It was very hard not to. You have like a blue coated guy versus a orange coated or a yellow coated guy with 3 heads, and it's just like, all right, they know what they're doing.
Holy shit, I just...
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on one second. I'm going to bring Lammy in here. That's my main for it. But yeah, I love the color palette. And there's some really fun visual. Oh, one more thing too. I don't know if you all can relate, but I thought there would be a bit more pushback from like society for beastmen or for humans, where they're like Mauricio and Fox Girl, Nichiru, can do these incredible things with their bodies. And I'm like, I thought that would be a bit more like, we have to study them, or we have to capture them, or this is unprecedented, this is insane. And it was more like, oh, okay, bye. Like, just do your thing. It's all good. You can fly, and you can also do everything. I thought the city I thought the story would go more in the direction of these two have been outcast from both societies. That's what I thought. But
right.
We're back.
Wait a second. Is Hero muted? Is Hero muted?
Oh, I'm here.
No, because there are certain things I'm just like, should he be hearing this? If he's like gonna watch.
I know a lot of this anime.
Oh, okay. Because like I was about to like say like guys like, because I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think if the story was like focused on those two, like it might have been a lot better. As far as like is like
was great.
Yeah.
Because it was focused on Michiru and it just introduced this other, because like the first half of the story is her like, I want to know what happened to my friend. She was kidnapped. I don't get it. And then like it ends on episode 6. This is aired in like 2 chunks.
Yeah.
Of like her meeting her again and realizing that she's like already kind of integrated into like the Beastman society. The same thing happened to her, and she's like totally blew her off. She's a totally different person now. Like that set up like a really interesting conflict that doesn't really happen. It gets resolved very quickly, and it goes back to like humans versus Beastmen, and it's building up to this human versus Beastman climax because the pharmaceutical company is shown to be run by humans, even though they have a very strong presence in the Beastman city. But then at the end, they're like, no, he's actually furry Hitler. And it's just like, okay, that doesn't serve any of the plot threads we've been building up this entire time, but go off, Trigger, do your thing.
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be like, you know, the whole Zootopia thing, where it's like, oh no, they're making them go crazy. Like, but it was like, no, that's actually in there.
Yeah, the whole like genetic thing. I'm like, way to rob all these people of agency, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
when the monsters were transforming for the Beastmen, I'm not sure, Jax, if you noticed this. I told Sapilli when we were watching it, but like, did you think of Armored
Carnage
Beetle?
Kabuto?
Yeah,
Carnage Kabuto. Yeah, I did. Like, honestly, that was like the first thing I thought of. Like when I saw his eyes like do the thing, I was just like, yeah, that's Carnage Kabuto right there. There you go, doing his thing. And I thought the choreography of fight scene is always good. And then like again, like I have noticed that with like the Trigger thing. I think like Kill la Kill is the only one where I liked it all the way through because I rewatched Kill la Kill like I want to say last year, 2 years ago, something like that. And I still enjoyed it all the way through. There was just like a couple hits or misses, but I enjoyed it pretty much all the way through. But this was like more of Little Witch Academia second half, where it's just like you were really good. You started off super good, but then it's just like I'm still enjoying it for the most part, but there's like all these little nicks, and then at the end I was just like, oh, that's it. Okay, damn.
Yeah.
But I was just like,
but also Little Witch Academia was also twice as long.
24 episodes. Yeah. And they fucked it up the second half. But
yeah, B&A. It's on Netflix. If you want to watch it, it's fun to look at, and it has like a really interesting world.
Trigger has always come off to me as a studio that is really interested in animation as an art form, and like I feel like their ideas stem from this would be so fucking cool to draw, and then everything else is just kind of like patched in later, you know?
Oh yeah,
like,
that's definitely
like this cute little like anime girl, but her arms can get really fucking big, and they're like, but why, dude? I don't fucking care.
She's a Tanuki there.
Yeah, just think how fucking cool it'd be if her arm got big and we could foreshorten it and like animate it on one and do all this crazy 360 camera work.
It was like,
that'd be so cool.
I got this idea where we draw a bunch of fire, Promare.
Yeah, like literally, like that's because I just watched Promare like 2 weeks ago. Those fight scenes are so over choreographed, like in a good way. But like we didn't need like constant moving camera, but they just
it's like I needed a break when watching that movie. I was like, calm down.
That was like every animator like pulling off their pants and throwing their dick in my face for like 2 hours. Like, all right, I get that you could draw good, Jesus Christ. But it was pretty
I really stand by. If I could pick, I love Madhouse from One Punch Man. But if Madhouse is taken, I would love to see Steven Trigger do One Punch Man. They won't because they don't do that shit. But still, like
Bones.
Is it Bones?
Bones does My Hero Academia.
Okay, they can do it. Yeah. Whoever's currently doing it's not doing it for me.
Or Nappa.
What's next topic?
Next thing, let's talk just briefly about BMO, the new Disneyland special for Adventure Time.
Okay.
Which
Go off.
What?
Go off.
Oh, what?
Go ham.
Go off about what? Like I liked it.
Go ham on BMO. It's Adventure Time. Go ham.
Paleo.
I'm not gonna go off on it.
Go
off. It sounds like I'm implying like I'm angry at it or something.
You're going off on the wrong thing.
You're going off on the wrong thing.
You're going off and going off. Just go off.
Come on, go off, bro. Shit.
But yeah, so
baby,
BMO,
come.
the first Disneyland special. All these specials are going to be 44 minutes, I believe. So, as long as the finale was. And actually, I think that this BMO special was better paced than the finale was. Would you agree with that, Saber?
Well, yeah, because the finale had a lot of shit to need to wrap up on compared
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah, and this was sort of like its own different world that BMO was visiting, which is like this colony that's like failing all over the place. Just this big space colony with these different like pods and stuff. It's a really interesting design. Really a lot of really cool creature designs in it. The Y5, the rabbit character that BMO meets up with, is like really cute. I like her design and the her personality and like getting to know BMO as a friend. And BMO just being BMO and wanting to help out and having some ridiculous dialogue, which Adventure Time is kind of known for its like kind of weird dialogue, and it does still have a lot of that in here, and it's still funny. So nothing gets quite too heavy in it, but I did appreciate the moments where it kind of tried to be. But overall, it was just like a really fun adventure with BMO in space. So
Nice.
and I think like if you didn't know anything about Adventure Time lore, you would still get something out of this. But if you do, for the people who are into the Adventure Time lore, you'll get a lot out of it because there's references about like different things in the Adventure Time universe. But even if you don't know it, it's still entertaining. Which is something I appreciate about it, because there's this one character, if you see him, you'll know exactly who he is if you're a fan of the show, but he still works like in the context of the special itself, even if you didn't know who he was.
Yeah, he serves the character. We don't know who it is. Does his job.
Yeah, and they never outright say who he is, but if you're a fan of the show, you'll know.
What was that one line he said to the parents?
It was like, yeah, it was something he said to the parents, like, no good kids, like, always blaming their deadbeat parents or something like that. And the parents were like, what? It was like, what?
I think my favorite part was just trying to figure out like what time frame is this? Where are we in the story?
Yeah. Which you find out at the end, and I won't spoil that. But it was surprising. I was like, oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, BMO. So good first impression for the first Disneyland special. I'm excited for the next one. The next one's going to be called Obsidian, and that's going to be about Princess Bubblegum Marceline. Which
nice.
Yeah, which we also don't know what time frame that takes place in. It could be back before, like before I guess the Candy Kingdom started to become like its own thing, or after. So.
Oh, nice. It's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I'm more excited for that one than the BMO. I like BMO a lot.
Yeah,
like,
BMO was like the one that was sort of the least excited for. So I'm glad that I liked it a lot because that bodes well for the rest of the other three.
All
right, what are you laughing at?
What are you laughing at?
Tom just posted something.
What?
Sturdy.
Oh god.
Oh, I know what clip that is. Okay. So next thing, the We Bare Bears movie. So that came out last week, and it serves as a finale for the show. Where the Bears are sort of kicked out of San Francisco because they were causing too much trouble.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Disguise, though, let's be honest.
Do what?
That's a blessing in disguise, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So they want to go to Canada because Canada loves bears.
They want the healthcare, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
They say that in
They actually do bring that up. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's I had a review out for it. I had a review for that and BMO the past couple of weeks, and one thing I brought up in that is that We Bare Bears likes to wear its modern references on its sleeve. and there's like a lot of references to like memes and stuff and modern technology.
One.
Oh yeah, there's like a whole meme montage they do to try to make a viral video, and there's
So okay.
Hmm?
No,
Oh,
go ahead.
one of the things I liked probably the most about it is like when they come across this animal party where there's a bunch of internet famous animals, and they're like, oh shit, it's. It just reminded me of conventions. It made me sad because we won't be able to go to a convention for a long time.
Yeah.
But I liked it mostly for the relationship between the bears, especially with Panda and Grizz, because they sort of argue throughout the movie, and it comes to a head near the end, and I really like the intense emotions that they have with each other. So it's very different from the show itself, because the show itself is always like 11 minutes. And this is stretched out about an hour and 6 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So it was a good. Well, would you say like it was a bit more serious in the show then? Like,
A little bit, but not like Powerpuff Girls level, where Powerpuff Girls movie is like a lot more serious than the show itself. Where We Bare Bears is like it still has fun with it, but there are certain serious moments in it.
Oh, okay. Okay then.
But I would, if you've never seen We Bare Bears, I would not watch the movie as your introduction to it.
Oh, it's not like so it's like ending. Does it like tell how they met each other or something like that? Is it like
a little bit, but it's mostly acting as a finale for the show.
Okay, so it's like that Ed and Eddie finale.
Yeah, sort of. I would probably compare it most to that.
Okay then. Okay, that's good to know. So, how would you rank it though? Like among like series finales, like would you say like it's like pony level, or would you say it's like...
no, it's not pony level.
Okay. There's like pony level, and there's what's mid tier?
Samurai. No, that was below average.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would say it's better than that.
Steven Universe, I'd say, is mid tier for me, where it's like, it's all right.
Okay. As long as it beats Star. Shit, you're all the way down there, bitch. You know what you did. All right. I don't care. Show's terrible.
Moving on.
We Bare Bears, watch the show, people.
Yeah. So, have any of you watched Hamilton on Disney Plus?
I have no idea.
No, I'm waiting till the weekend. I'm really excited though.
Yeah,
I've listened to the whole thing. So I know what it is.
I've never seen it. I've only heard bits of the songs. I haven't even like heard a full song.
Yeah, I've never heard any song. I don't know what.
I already watched the anime version. It's so much better. Just watch the anime.
There's an anime.
You just
are you actually serious?
No, because it was like impossible to watch it on Broadway. Like there are a bunch of like artists on YouTube that just did animatics, like drawn animatics of the entire play, like every track.
Really?
So you could just watch them in a playlist and basically just watch an animatic anime version of Hamilton. It's fucking sick, and that's what I did. Like 3 years ago, it was fucking sick. So good anime. Kind of weird.
I have no idea.
Style had some ups and downs, but it was a good anime.
No
wow.
idea what the fuck Hamilton is. So okay. Yeah, sure.
It's about the founding of America.
Okay, so some artsy fartsy shit. All right.
No, it's like a musical thing. They like recast everybody as like people of color, and they all like have like it's like a modernized retelling of the founding of America, and like the falling out, like the rise and fall of Alexander Hamilton, a often ignored figure who played a key role in the American Revolution, and his fall from grace subsequently following the winning of the war. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty good. I recommend it.
That guy founded the Fed, I believe.
He didn't like found the Federal Reserve, but he like got like the banking system that predated the Federal Reserve going.
Didn't the Federal Reserve buy all the... No, I'll have to do some homework. Basically, yeah, it's a cool...
The Fed was established, I think, in 1921. So
I know he wrote the Federalist page, or papers or pages.
I wrote the Federalist Papers, I believe.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I read my history book, aka watched the Hamilton anime.
No, it's good. It's good. I've seen the play. It's it's
Mr.
good.
Moneybags over here.
Oh yeah.
I went on Broadway. I paid $10,000. You know, I released a What Ruined video the week before, and it paid for it. You know. I let the peasants into where I keep my $1 million subscriber plaque, and they could touch it, and I charge $50 in access. You know, the common folk would never be able to have one, so it's just let them live out their fantasies.
You guys are the kind of guys where I say I went to Arby's afterwards. You're like, oh, Mr. Moneybags getting the double roast beef.
Yeah, I had rice for dinner.
You got keto dinner?
Okay.
Whoa, Mr. Moneybags here.
You're on fucking keto.
Not right now.
Yes.
I'm too broke for keto.
Oh god.
You're not eating filet mignon every night like me.
No, unfortunately. I don't have the money or the cooking skills. Struggle is real, you know?
All right. So we got some trailers here. Did y'all see the trailer from Muppets Now? It's an unscripted Muppet show that's coming
The
out.
Muppets still exists?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna make Ryan sad.
Oh, dude. Oh god. Ryan made like the most awesome Muppet fan art of Corey and Martin the other day. It was because there was this like you know who Grover is, right? From Sesame Street.
Yeah, he's the president.
Yeah. Basically, like there's this whole like series of him fucking with this blue guy with like a mustache who comes into a restaurant, and he like keeps always fucking with him. And so Corey and Martin got into this colossal debate over who's at fault for it, and then they found like the pilot of it. And then he was saying like how the guy with the mustache, the blue guy, he started the fight, and Grover was trying to like give him his food, and then Martin was saying like, no, because he isn't being an asshole. He probably has neurosis or something like that. And then they got this whole like deep discussion on the psychology of Muppet. It's hilarious. I was laughing my ass off because Corey's like, you're really standing up for this dude. It's just like, oh god, it was beautiful. This shit was hilarious. Go get you a table.
Wow.
Muppets Now. Yeah.
Is that a new streaming service?
It sounds like one, right?
Oh yeah, it's on
Every
Disney.
show is Muppets.
It's like all your favorite Netflix shows redone with a Muppet cast.
No, that'd be great.
So Over the Moon. Did you guys see the trailer for this?
What is
yes.
it?
That trailer surprised me at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was. So go ahead. You can.
Glenn Keane is working on this. Which those of you who don't know, he's a big animator. He worked for Disney. And this is his project that he's working on for Netflix. About this girl who wants to take a rocket to space, or to the moon, and that's what I guess the title comes from, Over the Moon.
She wants to go save a lady who got stuck in the moon, trying like wait for her true love or something like that.
She's trying to save Sokka's girlfriend.
She's trying to save Luna from the moon.
Oh, how sweet.
But yeah, I watched this with you, Saber, when the trailer came out. It it looks like it'll be fun.
The trailer is surprising because it definitely like it's not really possible to spoil a trailer, right? I'll talk about it, but like at the end of the trailer, I had this feeling. I was like, oh, okay, it's just about this girl going to the moon to save this lady who's waiting for her true love on the moon. Gotcha. Like, oh, I guess that's the entire story of the movie. And then it's just like, not aliens. I'm like, oh all right.
Trigger.
Now
I got my triggered
by the aliens. My trigger.
Beanie up Scotty looking nonsense. I was like, what is? Yeah, and then they just cut off the trailer right then. I was like, oh, that's not the full movie at all. Okay.
Yeah, that's just like
I
the
wish
first
I
third.
haven't seen the trailer. I don't want to see it anymore. I'm sold.
Yeah, that trailer was good. I'm interested to see what that movie's like.
What's it called?
Over the Moon.
Oh yeah, I'll watch
Yeah,
the trailer.
I also want to know how this girl built a rocket. You know.
Yeah.
No biggie.
It's fine. It's all good.
Speaking of Trigger, apparently they're going to make a Cyberpunk 2077 anime.
Yeah, I saw.
It'll look cool.
Yeah.
Just cause.
I wonder how they're going to integrate aliens into this.
See, at the end of the game, aliens come.
Yeah. You know, it'll be sick. I can't wait. Please be good. Please don't be bad.
The game or the anime?
Both. I want transhumanism to be real. So the more fictional media is out there, the more smart people will be like, I want to make this real, and then it'll happen sooner. So don't be bad. Please be good.
Tom out here with the big brain.
Look,
Look.
I'm trapped in a meat prison, and I only have a few decades left for someone to save us all. This
I've
is
never
bullshit.
heard somebody describe their own body as a meat prison before.
I mean, what is it if not a meat prison?
I mean, tank bit.
Well, okay. With hard work and dedication and a functioning spine, it can be a tank. Without that, unfortunately, it's kind of a prison. So.
Yeah. All right. Now onto some news stuff. So apparently, Chicken Run 2 is gonna be a thing from Aardman. And Aardman's actually been working closely with Netflix to do stuff. Because they released the second Shaun the Sheep movie in the States on Netflix. And for those of you who don't know, Mel Gibson was in the first Chicken Run, and apparently they're going to recast him.
No shit.
Yeah.
It's a little too problematic for today's audiences.
Yeah.
Shame. I mean, not shame. I mean, like, it's just like, it's a shame what he did. So yeah, it's. I mean, I like Chicken Run.
He was problematic, like even before like this new wave of like going after people and.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, way before. Like South Park made him look like like insane. So
yeah,
he's a nut job.
They knew.
Yeah. So yeah, Chicken Run 2. I think Chicken Run's fine. Like it's one of their like bigger hits as far as movies go. So I think this is something that they need to do to stay relevant, I guess. For
Good luck.
Because Aardman has a very like specific appeal, which not a lot of people get.
Yeah. Like most of their fucking movies, they don't talk at all. They're just like, "What the fuck? Shut the fuck." That's how I know some people were like that. Like someone like got all mad when I like suggested, "Hey, you should watch this Shaun the Sheep movie with your like daughter is good," and it's just like, Joy, that shit was some fucking bullshit. They didn't say a fucking word in that stupid ass. God damn. It's like, guys.
Right,
yeah, I was also kind of burned by Early Man, because Early Man was like, oh, cool, it's gonna be like a caveman story. It's like, no, it's about soccer. Oh, like, what?
Yeah, that killed me. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Damn.
Who do you think you are, Trigger? You can't just make a sports thing that makes me care.
Some another movie coming to Disney Plus is going to be the Phineas and Ferb movie that they're going to do.
Nice.
Candace Against the World. It's coming out August 28th, so not that long.
Good. I still haven't seen the original Phineas and Ferb movie.
No, I haven't
Or
either.
the sequel
I've been like watching more of it so we can like do that Toon Clash at some point.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, it's funny. Like it's
really
still like
funny.
a really funny show.
Doofenshmirtz, whatever his name is.
Sometimes
yeah,
I feel like I have to like slog through the Phineas and Ferb parts to get to the Doofenshmirtz parts, because Doofenshmirtz is the best part of the show.
He really is. Like there's whole things like he's so funny. He like there's certain scenes where he's just like his parents didn't show up to his own birth,
Yeah.
Like that's just like it's so bad, it's sad. It's just like what the fuck? I feel so bad for this guy every time he tells a story. Like I love that. Like every time he has that parrot, the platypus, it's hilarious. Or like there was this one joke that caught me off guard because you know how like that Isabella girl says like what you doing? Like she like always says that like every episode. There was like one time like his robot like assistant came in and it's just like what you doing? He's like what do you think I'm doing? I'm working on this robot. What are you doing right now? And it's just like it's just like
Universe is a pretty great villain. He's called like he's like an anti-hero sometimes, I guess. I don't know.
He's like an anti-villain. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he'll do things that are like villainous, but then sometimes it's just like, look, I just want to do this thing for it'll benefit this. But then like sometimes he will like help out like this, but most of the time, because he even cameos in that freaking Weird Al Phineas and Ferb show.
Yeah, Milo Murphy's Law or whatever.
Yeah. They cameo in that all the time. So yeah, he's great. That show is hilarious. So I'm interested in this movie. I still have to watch the original Phineas and Ferb movie though, because it was a good movie.
All right. Apparently, there's going to be a live action Magic School Bus movie. Starring
are they gonna
starring Elizabeth Banks as Miss Frizzle.
It's the time. It's the time of making live action of everything.
Hey,
It's been that time, bro.
all that matters.
It's been that time. And
Go mine their childhoods. Make cheap live action things of all the stuff.
Hey, this would work because we can finally see fucking Arnold lose his shit in space in live action. I've been so curious to see how that would fucking work. Okay,
dude,
I want to
that's-
see that shit.
Carlos
That
can make all of his
require
puns.
Way too much
Carlos!
CG. It's all going to take place in a city. It's going to be in a weird little school so they can record in some school that's empty because no one's going to school right now. And it's just going to be basic bitch shit. And it's going to be bad.
What if they know that though, and they're just like, this is one of the most iconic scenes of the series? So like they get like fucking practical effects and they make it like that, reverse filming shit where like they melt it, like they encase it and then melts it or like make it look like it's
What the
okay,
heck?
that'd be so fun.
What is Ryan said, like, fun fact, Elizabeth Banks is the first non-lesbian to play a Frizz. What?
What? Well, the original
Are all the
Miss
other
Frizz
voice
was-
actors like lesbians?
Miss Frizz,
You say it's like a James Bond role.
voice actress. Well, because there's two Miss Frizzes, yeah.
Yeah, because
Miss
there was
Frizzle,
like the
Lily
modern
Tomlin.
reboot thing.
Lily Tomlin. She's 80. She's the gay. Good for her. Okay, and then there's who else? Huh? Oh, who else is there? What the hell was the other one? Gabby Clark. Gabby Clark. She's the young Miss Frizzle. Oh, she played freaking the girl, according to my research girl. Huh. Good on her.
Huh.
Dorothy Ann. Oh, wait, no, that's Tara Meyer. I'm thinking of someone else. Oh, whatever. Good for them. All right, well, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a big...
Yeah, I'm wondering
to
if
me-
they're deciding to do a live-action Magic School Bus because Dora the Explorer movie actually did decent.
No, that
And
was funny.
it was-
though, man.
yeah, it was
That shit
funny. Like, that movie was actually funny.
Would you get that too? Who's she talking to?
Yeah.
Who is she talking to?
The freaking acid trip they go on.
Yeah, that's such a good movie. Oh man, go watch Dora the Explorer, people. The live action one is really funny.
Yeah, it's surprising for like a preschool show.
Yeah, freaking Dora gets a knife out and fucking yeets it. That's so much.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god.
All right.
Mm.
All right. Here's a bigger topic. Because of things going on. Splash Mountain is being reimagined. To a Princess and the Frog ride.
Yeah. With Brer Rabbit now, apparently. I don't know. So I saw some post about that on freaking Facebook. I was like, oh my god. This is whatever. I mean, I guess that makes sense
Yeah.
that they would
literally
try-
okay.
Yeah.
not. Mhm.
And it makes sense with the location too, because apparently it's next to like the New Orleans place. I forgot what the name of the place is called in Disneyland. But yeah, if
Ryan says something.
yeah, I see.
That's a reference because Corey interviewed Keith David, and like he wouldn't like Keith David. Like everyone thinks of Keith David as like the coolest guy, but he was just like really rude and dismissive in that interview, and he kept eating peanuts. It's just like, yeah, man, it was a job, man. That's what happened. It's just like, so tell us about gargles. Like, what do you want me to tell you? It was a fucking job, man. It's just fucking eating peanuts. It's just like, shit like that.
That's really unfortunate.
Oh god. That shit was hilarious. It's a fucking job, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's a fucking job. Oh good.
But yeah, Splash Mountain, Princess of the Frog makes sense. And with the concept art that they showed, I was like, oh yeah, that could really work, and it could make it like look really good if they have, you know, the modern animatronics in there. That would be neat.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially compared to like if you compare some of the newer rides, like the Little Mermaid ride, the animatronics in there is like, oh yeah, this would look really good with the Princess and the Frog like theme.
Nice, nice. Have the crocodile come out and have like the demon. Are they gonna have the scene with like all the demons and stuff like that? Start screaming at you. That'd be really cool.
Though I think they stated that it's going to be happening. The ride takes place as far as like in the Princess of the Frog timeline, after the movie.
Oh, that's boring. So it's gonna be like one of those Beauty and the Beast sequels where he magically turns back into the Beast. or like Little Mermaid when Ariel turns back into mermaid like every sequel because it's like we can't ever be human. The Little Mermaid.
She'll be a mermaid again. She'll be a mermaid.
Yeah, exactly. Okay then.
All right. And sort of related because of like a bunch of things that were going on in June. There's a bunch of voice actors stepping down from voicing black characters in a bunch of old adult cartoons.
I got shit to say on this. All right, me.
Go ahead.
This is so. All right, so to me, this is something I think is ridiculous right now at like the point because I get what they're coming from. I see where they're coming from for it. But here's the thing: if you voice a character and you do that character like freaking Simpsons did this and stuff like that, like even though Simpsons should be ending, like there's a lot of shows like Family Guy, like no one really cares about Family Guy anymore. No one cares about Simpsons anymore. No one like really cares about Big Mouth and all that stuff. But his point is like if you've been voicing a character just for so long and you've been doing like a pretty good job at it, then I don't think like you should just be like recast. Like in the future, when they do other shows and they like are like casting characters, yeah, by all means, cast the person. But then there's so many characters I think are just done well voiced. Like freaking the one I always think of is just, you know, like Phil Lamar, Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
They could have done the Asian Man, but it's just like he brought a freaking amazing.
That's something that they did really well with. Saber and I have actually been watching a lot of Craig of the Creek, which is a really good show. All the black characters are voiced by black actors.
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I agree with like the whole. I understand where they're coming from. Like they say, like we want to like give other people a chance. But okay, like for instance, Mike Henry stepping down as Cleveland. Like, all right, you did a whole freaking show that was just black stereotypes, the Cleveland show, and it was just like a bunch of stuff. Where it's just like, like if you were gonna do it, you should have done it like back then, but you didn't. And so it's just like now you're doing it. You've done it for like literally 2 decades now. You've been doing it since literally 1999. So past that. So there's no point in recasting until the show just ends. It just doesn't feel right. Like Dr. Hibbert on The Simpsons. Like, why would you recast it? Like there are all these characters where they say like, oh, they're these things that we've learned better.
Yeah, most of the shows that these actors are stepping down for, I'm like, most of these shows I don't care about anymore because they've gone way past their prime.
Exactly. And like
it seems like a marketing move more than, you know, anything.
It's like doing the absolute minimum.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, okay, again, I just keep harping on it. If you like do a good job, because the way I see it, it's just like, okay, like you had a bunch of actors going for a role, they auditioned, and those ones did it, and it's just like, okay, that's great, they got it. Nowadays, when we got this all down, we've all learned, like, okay, we want to be more progressive. We're just going to hold auditions for this race to voice this character, and then that's fine. Like moving on, I have no problems with them doing it right now. But like for all these past voices that have been doing it for years, it's just like, dude, just let them voice.
There's also like I saw somebody bring up, it was like, well, what about anime and dubbing? And I was like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, there's definitely not a lot of Japanese English voice actors. Like,
yeah. You want all the like Japanese people who like actually do like the Japanese like to learn English and dub it, like, so it's just like don't be it'd be so ridiculous. Like it's just, to me, it's so ridiculous right now with it. They're just acting. Now we can learn, we can move forward, but like nothing to harp on with it. Like, and freaking like Phil Lamar, he voices Aquaman too, like they mentioned in the chat. So yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's more should be focused on, you know, moving forward rather than looking back. So next thing, apparently there is going to be a Pirates of the Caribbean reboot, and Margot Robbie is going to star in it.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Who's she playing? Will Turner?
I don't know.
Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
I don't have much to say about that because I'm not really that big of a fan of Pirates.
Honestly, like this is how I see it. The first Pirates movie is great. I love that movie. I think I will rewatch it any time of day. I love that first movie. Second one, a lot of people didn't care for it. I like it just for the Kraken scene, and I like it just for Davy Jones. I love his design. Like Davy Jones, I thought was really cool. Besides that, every other one I am indifferent on. The fourth one, I only like the mermaid scene in that movie. Like that's the only scene. It's piranhas with boobs. All right, this is fucking awesome. All right, so that's how
then the fifth one, they have the guy from No Country for Old Men as the villain.
Yeah, I barely remember the fifth. See, I literally remember nothing about the fifth one.
I don't either, except for the villain.
Yeah, I remember they tried to do some fucking stinger at the end. It's just like, I don't get it, but okay, whatever. Yeah, okay. All I care about is those Spider-Man mermaids, because somehow they were shooting, I guess it was seaweed they were shooting out, whatever. Like that was the only cool thing in that movie, was the mermaid scene. That was literally the only cool scene in that movie. And Blackbeard doing the thing with the boat, but that was it. Yeah. Like only, yeah, it's the series that's just run its course, should be done. Yeah.
Just run aground.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Good one.
All right. Next thing. Oh yeah, Jax, you can definitely talk about this because
okay.
There's gonna be a CGI reboot of Ninja Turtles from Seth Rogen.
Again? Okay. See, okay, so they're doing a CGI thing because all right. So the CGI Ninja Turtles movie, first off, I'm just gonna say it is trash. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Like everyone always says, like that movie is so good, and like I rewatched it recently because I'm prepping for this massive video I got of comparing like all the Ninja Turtle stuff. So I rewatched every episode of the 1987 series, 2003 series, 2012 series, and Rise so far. So I have all the Ninja Turtle stuff fresh in my head, and I rewatched that movie. And the first like half of that movie is really good. And then Leo gets back to the States and he starts acting like a fucking hypocrite. The villains are shit. That villains are awful in that movie. The whole plot line of like, oh, there's monsters and stuff like that is ass. And then like, there's just so much stuff where the second half like starts going downhill. I'm sorry, people. It's not good in the second half. And like, what's funny to me is like, I could see something that they were trying to do that like they've done in the shows much better, where they're trying to create a conflict between Leo and Raph, and it just did not feel organic at all with compared to what the story was. So hopefully this new movie gets that shit on point. Hopefully this new movie is just going to be a fun movie. They have so many villains they could choose from. They have so many different characters to go through, and honestly, I'm interested just because I love I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Teenage Mutant Frogs, stuff like that. But it's like the only thing, because the last great Ninja Turtles movie I saw was that Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that was great. But like the only thing I really want so far is fucking Turtles Forever 2. And Turtles Forever, for people who don't know in the chat, was when the they took the 1987 Ninja Turtles and had them meet the 2003 Ninja Turtles, and then they were like interacting like, oh, we're weird like this, we're all serious and y'all are goofy. And then like the 2012 ones met the 1987 Ninja Turtles, and it was just like, oh, well, you act this way, I act this way. So like I would love if they did Turtles Forever 2 with freaking the Rise Turtles meeting like the 2012 and 2003 1987, because it's just like
what if they did like a Spider-Verse but for Turtles for a movie?
No, that's pretty much what Turtles Forever was. Because like they even showed like the live action movies in Turtles Forever. They're like, there's so many universes of Turtles. So that's what I would love. But they just aren't doing that. So well, it's whatever. But this new Seth Rogen movie, hopefully he can bring it like some joy. I feel like he's a stoner, so he could probably make some funny stuff. He'll make Mikey hilarious. So yeah. So that's the only thing I really can say about it. Great thing. By the way, I have to give Rise and Ninja Turtles props. Go watch the show if you're not watching it. It's really good. And for people who keep getting upset saying it's too goofy, just think of how much that'll make it better when they meet the other turtles, because all the Leos will look at like the freaking Ben Schwartz Leo and be like, what the fuck, why is this one so goofy? He should be the leader, why is he so goofy? And then like the Raphaels can get into a tough off, and all that stuff is awesome. But yeah, go watch Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Great.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go.
All right. Next thing, let's talk about all of these revivals of cartoons, because there's quite a few of them that was announced. That were announced.
There is.
So there was a Beavis and Butthead one. There was 2 seasons that were ordered, and Mike Judge is actually coming back to head it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good.
And it's not coming to MTV though. It's coming to Comedy Central.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Along with that Daria spinoff that they're doing.
On television, or will it be licensed to a streaming site?
I don't know. It said Comedy Central. I don't think Comedy Central has a streaming service or anything.
Yeah.
Wait, who owns Comedy Central?
Fuck. Oh shit.
Is it Viacom?
I think it is Viacom or something like that.
Yeah. They don't have a service.
Well, Nickelodeon's working with Netflix, so they could do something with them maybe.
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon's owned by Viacom.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Though South Park is on HBO Max, so maybe they'll put it on that or something.
Yeah, probably.
Makes more sense.
Yeah, like
Ryan said Viacom has CBS All Access. Ew.
Nah, damn. Well, think about like all these reboots, because like just looking at the list, it's like okay, Mission Hill. That's one that I have not thought about since 5th grade.
Yeah, so it's weird because like is Mission Hill's spinoff. Like they should just like continue the series. They only had what, like 6 episodes.
There's just fucking 12 great episodes that I watched all the time through middle school. So it's just like good. And Clone High, that's one I've been wanting for years.
Yeah, so that one's revival. And that one also has Phil Lord and Chris Miller coming back to
that's fucking great. That. So is Gandhi going to be allowed in that show? Because that was like the big thing that was like a big like controversial thing for that show, was the Gandhi thing. Like, so is he going to just be like character?
Because
explain that to me. Why was Gandhi controversial?
Apparently some like because Gandhi in the show was this ADHD horn dog and stuff like that, and he was always like, "Oh, come on, bro, let's talk like this, dude, and I'm gonna fuck, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna say what," and he would just act like really ridiculous. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like Ryan will be able to pinpoint this, but I remember hearing that a bunch of like people who were like followers of Gandhi, like they were just giving the show complete shit for that, and there was like this whole big issue.
It was a religious backlash.
Yeah, religious backlash. So that's pretty much it. So you remember how like South Park did that thing with Muhammad, right? It was Muhammad. Yeah, like that was pretty much the same thing with Gandhi.
People get bent on shit, but stupid religious figures. Who cares?
Yeah. But all these fucking shows coming back, you still need to bring back the GOAT. I'm gonna keep saying it. Bring back my Spectacular Spider-Man. Why the fuck? All these fucking shows.
Yeah, Disney. Sometime later this week, I'm gonna make a video on the 5 shows that I want to have a reboot or a revival.
And I'm gonna cameo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking I can't because it really okay. Look, this is all I want. All right, if they give me a spectacular Spider-Man movie, it can be like an Invader Zim style movie. Just have like fucking Eddie Brock and Peter like have the fight the Carnage symbiote and have to make up and be bros again, because that was just the biggest thing I really want to see, because they were brothers. They were like brothers and they loved each other, but then like the Venom symbiote had to go and fuck everything up, and like Spidey fucked everything up, and then like they even hinted at Carnage in the second season, and it's just like I just want that. I really want that storyline. If you give me that movie, I'll be satisfied. Like honestly, I'd just be satisfied. I need that. Ugh, fuck.
All right. So this is weird. Apparently Walmart is transforming 160 of their parking lots across the U.S. into drive-in theaters.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Somehow.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I like drive-in theaters.
I've never been to one. I kind of want to go to one.
Cool.
Dude, it's really fun. Like all you do is like you literally there's like a little concession stand. They have like all this food there. You just go there and then you just sit in your car.
You're in your own car with your car speakers going through, like they have like a what's it, a frequency that you tune into for the movie.
Yeah. Or you can just sit on top of your car.
Yeah.
Like depending
You
on
gotta
where
worry
you
about
go.
the mosquitoes.
Oh,
True
yeah.
that.
But being in your own car with nobody around you, it's like, oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Like it's a really a fun experience that like drive-in theaters. Like
it's funny, like with how many people have been going to drive-in theaters throughout the virus, is that people are like, why did we get rid of these?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why? You can fuck in the drive-in theater. You can fucking bring your own food to a drive-in theater. You know, you do all this stuff.
You can fuck in your car.
Scooby spooning his dolphin plushie, you know, the giant life-size dolphin plush that he has.
Also,
That's
thanks
really
to
modified.
drive-in theaters, Jurassic Park is now the #1 movie in the U.S. again.
Good. That should be. It's fucking great. This is, I mean, like, honestly, like, I'm not even joking here. I'm all serious. Like, drive-in theaters are fucking fun. They're awesome. Like, they're just like, I mean, the only thing I like about, like, regular movie theaters is when I can see D-Box, but it's just like, I mean, you can make your own D-Box if you have a girl. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, don't open your windows at a drive-in theater or a crow will fly in. Oh, that's terrible.
There was a Pokemon Go Fest commercial directed by Ryan Johnson. That's not a joke. That actually happened.
For a second, I thought you said Ryan Walterson. I was like, Ryan,
right there.
Ryan's better than all of us.
I'm surprised it didn't subvert my expectations.
Oh.
It was like, oh yeah,
Expect it
it's just a
to be
Pokemon
bad.
Go commercial.
I would have expected it to be bad, so I guess it subverted my expectations.
And then final thing in
I
news
have no idea if it's good or
before we
not.
go into Q&A. Infinity Train Season 3 is going to be coming sometime soon to HBO Max. So I guess it's not airing on Cartoon Network, or it might air later. Similarly to how the We Bare Bears movie is airing later.
News though, it's Infinity. Of course, it's gonna have another season. That one's for you, Jax.
Until it's canceled. Infinity is canceled.
Dang.
Oh no, it's not going beyond my expectations.
That's what Ryan Johnson gonna do, is subvert our expectations and cancel the show.
Right.
Bastard.
All right. Let's move on to Q&A. So if you want to ask questions, you can use a super chat, and we already have a few super chats. And if you don't want to, you can use our Twitter handles and ask us on there. So we'll have that open as well. But first, let's go through the super chats. First from Deli18 asking earlier, what is your unpopular opinions with Twitter? With Twitter?
Kitchen. Unpopular opinions or popular opinions?
Unpopular.
Unpopular because I am.
I don't know. Is it that I hate it a whole lot, and I think it's
no, that's a
actually
very
more
popular
of a
opinion.
detriment to society than it is a benefit. There are good things that these are not popular
fact
opinions.
at this
never mind,
point.
sorry. it's such a double-edged. There are good things that come from Twitter, like outstanding things, but God,
you have to go through a lot.
It's worse for society than it is better. That is my honest thought.
Big oof, right there with you.
F in the chat.
Yeah, big oof. Press F in the chat for Twitter.
For Hero, because that video was on there, and I'm gonna keep quoting that.
Right.
Yeah.
See,
Twitter. Go ahead, brother.
No, I'm trying to think of some. You go ahead.
Because honestly, the only thing, it's not unpopular. Honestly, I just don't think kids at all should have social media at all.
Oh yeah, I don't think so either. Like when I think back of the things that I posted as a kid, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I know there's like no way to like go around because like you're almost live.
What a fucking bullet we all dodged by not being 3 years younger.
Seriously,
Yeah.
Seriously, fuck that. I see so many stupid kids. I'm just like, oh my god, I would have said.
Like, well, now you can't be president,
Right? Because one day you said one thing.
Mm-hmm. One day you said one thing stupid. You were only like 14 years old.
doesn't matter.
Oh boy, is this gonna get me in trouble? I really hope not.
Do it.
I really hope not. But this is like it's honest. We're being honest.
Be honest.
I'm gonna say this now and I get canceled later. I'll be like, well, I shouldn't.
Dude, you're here as
But, like legitimately, I think we cancel people way too fast and on way too small of like issues. Like somebody 10 years ago said one offensive thing one time, and people like end his life, end his career, and it's like. You didn't say some stupid shit when you were little? Like, seriously? Like, don't say it now, obviously, but that man said that 10 years ago.
Right. It's like not only has this person probably changed their opinion, and not that you've given them a chance to even ask about it, but like 10 years ago, we were all way edgier because nobody had all these sticks
up there, but yeah, they're fucking ass. No, I agree 10,000% with Hero right now because like all these motherfuckers act like they're so like perfect and prim and like, oh yeah, well I'm perfect. I would never ever said that. Like I just know better. It's like shut the fuck up, all right, no, dude. You know damn well like years ago you probably said some or done some stupid. It's like no, my life is perfect. Well, something bad's gonna happen, and you probably said it.
Not sinned, cast the first stone.
Exactly.
All y'all.
Yeah, no, it's so fucking stupid because like the problem is. That like, okay, there are certain things where it's just like, okay, no, you took advantage of someone. That's fucked up. You did this. Or you fucking did something where you, I don't know, caused the death of someone or did it or whatever. Something really fucked up, right? But then it's just like things of, oh, you said like these slurs back in the day, which are like, okay, a terrible thing. But again, it's just like, okay, did you grow from it? Because like it just seems like you're a kid. Because like that's the thing. Like we're so focused on like, no, once you are this way, you are automatically always going to be this way. Like you can't change, you can't grow, and that's just bullshit. Like there's just so many things in life where you grow. Like I'm not the same person I was like 10 years ago. And like Tom said, there was just so much edgy shit. Like fucking, I would quote Drawn Together and South Park like so often as a kid, and it was just like those shows were just edgy. And
it's just like you'll have people who are like. You know, judging someone for a 10-year-old tweet or whatever. But at the same time, they'll be like, we need to change. People need to change. The world needs to get better. It's like, how?
Yeah.
How?
No, how? Because like the thing is, when you cancel someone, like the thing you keep bringing up all this old shit, right? Of stuff that's not even big. So like when stuff is big and you're just like, oh, but what about this? Like you've already cried wolf like so many fucking times that no one's gonna take it seriously. Because like the thing is, like with our world is we're pretty much every time we see something, all of us get mad for like a week. Then like we move on to the next thing to get mad at. And then like, that's just the cycle and it continues happening. It keeps continuously like, oh, I'm mad at this. Oh, we're mad for a week. Oh, gone, mad, gone. And then like the big serious things that you should be focused on that you were all just like upset that, oh, this guy said, you know, another word for meatball in English or some shit like that. And so like, it's like, there you go. You could have been focusing on what this dude was doing with fucking like 12-year-olds and stuff like that. But you're so focused on that and no one's paying attention to you now because this. And so it's so irritating. I hate when that shit happens.
I do want to clarify though. I'm definitely talking about things people say. If you did like an illegal, horrible act, then
get him.
Get him.
Exactly. It's just like get him is not like a thing where you go.
But like even something like that, like if someone did something wrong, like illegal, go to the police. Don't go to Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're going to Twitter I question your motives.
Mhm.
I have to question your motives because like, oh, like this person like killed somebody, you know, whatever. It's like, I'm going to go to Twitter instead of the cops. It's like, what are you trying to do then? Like what's Twitter going to do? You know, it feels much more like a power play and clout chasing than it does like actually trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to sick the mob on this person because I don't have to go through the trouble of having to present
Maybe
evidence.
it's like how
until proven guilty.
Yeah, maybe it's how some people like feel powerful having like
It's
something to
absolutely
dangle
a power
over somebody
trip.
else.
Like having that purity test and being able to be like, I'm just, that's why cancel culture exists, because they don't let people change, because it's like, I am better than you, I'm going to lord it over you, and your destruction is going to satiate my insecurity. That's what cancel culture is. It's a bunch of insecure piss babies trying to assert their own power that they don't feel they have internally by tearing down people around them. And it's sad and gay and dumb.
Yeah.
Oh no, I said gay. Oh shit, I guess I'm canceled. Bye, guys.
Yeah, whatever.
So speaking of all that stuff, I'll bring this up because a couple of the questions are about it. Is thoughts on what happened to Evo?
That guy.
No.
Do you mean,
Are you
is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Go off,
Okay.
hero.
So for those of you who don't know, EVO is the largest fighting game tournament that happens in the world and happens in California, or it's Vegas, California. I can never remember, but
Somewhere important.
So the organizer of EVO goes by the name of Mr. Wizard. He was accused. He had some accusations against him, and they blew up. Obviously, that's just kind of what's going on right now. I think that's probably for the better that all these accusations are coming out in one wave. But he made an apology statement about it, but it seems like it's true, these accusations. And all the games that were at EVO are now basically, they're all dipping out of EVO. Let's see, it was Mortal Kombat was what is it? NetherRealm. NetherRealm went first.
Okay.
And then
Capcom.
Yeah, Capcom was second, and then Namco Bandai. What's the order?
Bandai
Namco Bandai.
Yeah, Namco Bandai dipped out, and then
Bandai Namco.
Responsible for Izumi? Hell yeah.
Yeah, Bandai Namco.
It's
Bandai Namco.
Big oof there, hero. Big oof.
Let's get F in the chat for hero.
And then Them's Fighting Hoods also dipped out, and I don't know if Skullgirls dipped out.
I think it did.
But Skullgirls already
dealing
had
with their own shit right now.
Yeah,
I mean, like
Skullgirls
everybody did. Like,
right, everyone dropped out of EVO, and then EVO made like a statement being like, "We're looking into the Mr. Wizard situation. I'm sorry for this." But by that point, everyone had dipped out. The EVO's dead for this year, and probably, honestly, it's been kind of slowly dying anyway. So this really is a big oof. I see them Fs.
When Hero says it, you know it's true.
Yeah, seriously. When the most vanilla is base.
Yeah, it's rough. And oh my god, this is on top of all those. It's like 50 Smash accusations. Oh my
yeah, there's
Lord.
a huge list.
It's absurd, the number of Smash accusations.
Hirosashi.
Nintendo just came out and they were like, "Yep, we absolutely condemn all these Smash players that did indecent acts." It's just like, what a time.
Hero, here's my question. As somebody who knows that fighting games exists and is bad at them, and that's all my fighting game knowledge, plus like an absurd amount of Guilty Gear lore information that's really sad. There's the co-founder of EVO was the guy who's getting shit on right now, right? Like he's the guy that's getting dogpiled.
The co-founder? For some reason, I thought he was the founder. I
don't know. I don't know anything. The dude, the important guy.
Yes.
Should EVO, as a structure, a platform, should they be condemned for the actions of one man? Was this all going on with the rest of the staff's knowledge, or are they just tearing EVO down just to riot because they're mad at this one guy? Because it seems like if Evo was like, "Yo, fuck this dude, we had no idea." Like, what did Evo itself do wrong? I guess is my question.
Yeah,
though he's the tournament director. I don't know how far up that is. I think
it's kind of hard to tell with, I guess, power structures like that, because sometimes there are a lot of like people who just like brush it under the rug and be like, "We know this, but we're not going to talk about it."
Yeah, that happened a lot.
Yeah, like with what happened to John Lasseter.
Is it weird that this guy does something wrong
and everyone has to
internet finds out, everyone immediately takes it as 100% true, and then the entire everything that he's connected
well, the thing
with
is he admitted
crumbles.
And he did admit it. I know what you're saying, because really it's really guilty until you're proven innocent.
It really is, and this is why I think people go to Twitter instead of the police, because it's so much more easier to get revenge if you just throw them under the Twitter bus than having to like go to court and present evidence.
It says he's a co-founder, so it's not completely his tournament, but like he's definitely the name that pops up first when you think of Evo, or at least in my opinion. It's a bit like, I think of Evo as his tournament, definitely. But it looks like he's a co-founder. But it does suck. I agree. It does suck that one guy messed up and other people have to suffer. I don't know, though, if other people knew about these accusations. If they did, then, well, I can't say much. It's like, well, what do you expect? If they didn't, that blows.
Evo even going to be like that cool this year anyways, since it wasn't going to be in person?
No,
right?
it isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, it was going to be online games only. Yeah.
Cringe, bro.
Cringe.
I do Evo Online every day by going on to Xbox Live. If I play video games like that, which I don't. But it's just like, I don't fucking know. Everything's
All right, let's go on to the next thing. We had another question here from Enigma Prince. To Tom only. How would you faithfully?
Fuck you.
How would
allow everyone else to answer if they have something to.
How would you faithfully create the upcoming Animorphs movie, and how much of the war crimes depicted would be in said movie?
Yeah.
I mean, I would want it to be as faithful as possible. Like you would probably want to do Animorphs as a trilogy of films. I think it'd be very difficult to cram all the shit that happens in Animorphs into one movie. So I'm like, I have no idea what they're going to do. My guess is it's going to be terrible. I don't want to think that, but
Wait, is there an actual Animorphs movie coming out?
Yeah, they're making
it.
Oh.
Yeah. So my guess is that it's going to be really bad because they'll probably make it PG-13, which means all of the like trauma and war crimes will all be edited out. There won't be like mutilation and decapitation and bisection and the blood and the gore and the mental trauma. You know, none of that's going to be in there. It'll probably be like they got to get that PG-13 rating so they can get the kiddies in the seats. And they'll be, I don't know. I don't trust Hollywood with something this like, I don't even want to say subtly intricate. It's just intricate. It's an intricate series. It's deceptively intricate, I suppose. If you look at the cover, it's like, this is stupid 90s garbage.
Yeah.
But you open the book up and it's like, oh, this is about like child soldiers and the horrors of war. Oh God. This is what happens when you have 13-year-olds fighting a guerrilla campaign for 5 years. Oh God. It ends like that? Oh God. You know? It's like, and that's not going to be in the movie. They're not going to have that shit. So like, what are they going to fucking do? Like,
what was that one guy, Visher 1?
Visser 3, the main villain. Yeah, he's pretty cool. You know, he just starts the book off by like ripping an Andalite prince in half and eating the body after, you know, that's how it starts. That's page 5, okay? Like they're not going to do that. It's just like the whole book is literally like you read like Catherine Applegate's statement on the ending of Animorphs. It's like, you didn't like how Animorphs ended? Good. War is terrible. Next time you're going to the voting booth, maybe think about the candidate you put in on the ballot sending, you know, kids off to die, because you're sending hundreds of people to live this experience all the time, and just like, dab, based.
Didn't someone make one where it's like the Virgin J.K. Rowling versus the Chad Applegate or something like that?
Yeah. It's 100% on point.
Yeah.
But I just don't like it. You'd have to make an R-rated movie, and they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna be like, okay, guys, pitch children's book series from the 90s as an R-rated movie.
Hey,
I
Tom
said in a heartbeat.
But couldn't they like do that thing where like they make your imagination more fucked up, where like they show like shadows on the wall and shit like that? Like that's a good way to like get around to a thing.
Could.
And then
but
like,
do you think Hollywood is gonna cut away from the money shot? Of course not. They're just gonna make it babyatized.
Well, yeah, I mean they could, because like you know how like in fucking Hunger Games, like they're fucking killing kids left and right in those movies, and those were like PG-13, and I was just like, that's fucked. So like, do you think they could do something sort of like that with the kids then, since they're still killing each other?
I don't. Maybe. I mean, it's possible. I just don't have faith that they will do it.
Okay.
Maybe as time goes on and we get more names attached to the project, maybe my faith will increase. But like, they die like every book. Like every book, they nearly die. You know?
Right.
Would it make more sense to be like a series on Netflix or something?
I think
it could work as
better.
I mean, they've tried as a series, but as like a kid series.
Yeah,
that Fox Kids shit did not work.
Muppet Andalite, which is
he's like, get them. What are they doing? Fucking
that was the Muppets Go version of it, you know?
Yeah.
Or the Muppets Now, whatever the fuck it was called.
Muppets Go. Muppets Go.
Could you imagine like anamorphing into like Kermit?
Forgive us! You're going down, Mr. 3. I'm gonna kick your ass.
It gets stuck in Kermit's body because
oh no! One of the
I'm stuck.
That one kid that got stuck as the hawk is like stuck as Sam the eagle.
We must save the world for America.
I got turned into a bear. This is pretty rough. I can't stand this, Kirby. Oh my god, Kirby. Oh my god, Mr. 3, you were quite sexy.
This is probably closer to the movie we'll end up getting.
Oh, Mr.
All right. All right. I skipped over one here. Editman RGG2 asking favorite and or least favorite cliches in games.
In games.
I like when you have to. I mean, that's more of a mechanic in the game where there's just like, a mechanic
can be a cliche.
Okay, I just like when they're like, you get like busted, and you just like the premise is to show you how powerful you can become like in the future, and then they just let you be busted and just like destroy and decimate an entire room like fucking cat. Like you remember the beginning of Force Unleashed where you're like fucking Darth Vader and you're just fucking shit up like casually and shit like that.
You fucked Darth Vader in that game?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking rad, dude. Like he's like really tough. Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's my thing.
Favorite and least favorite.
I like when the music syncs up to what you're doing, like in Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, that is great.
Yeah,
that's an
awesome.
awesome moment right there.
Yeah, dynamic music is like one of my favorite things in games.
So good.
Because that doesn't really happen in other mediums. Is that you can't really do. Yeah, just like you control how the music sounds. That's cool.
Right back, guys.
Least favorite cliche. I get why it exists, but like absurdly, obnoxiously hard final bosses in fighting game story modes. It's like, please, like,
fuck you.
Can I? I'm this is gonna be like the tiniest bit egotistical. I'm really good at fighting games, guys. And like when I'm doing some really smart stuff, and a computer can react with like 2 frames, I'm like, okay. all right, like that's ridiculous. Like, what do you want me to do? It's so silly.
Become a
Like,
machine.
you can't fight a computer like how you can fight a human, and they just like turn the like input reading up to fucking 11, and it's ridiculous.
Computer cheats because it knows exactly what you're doing.
Exactly. Like, he pressed that 2 frames ago. If I subtract 2 frames from this thing, that means I can get this out before it lands on the ground. So let's do it. Even though no human would ever be able to react this quickly, ever in life. But yeah, that cliche is, I don't care for it.
Let's see, from Malik Webster, asking, "Hey Jax, how about that new Doom Patrol season?"
Yeah, shit's fucking awesome. From what I've heard from people who watch it, I've only seen like the first few episodes of Doom Patrol. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good. Like the show, like surprisingly, like first off, I was surprised that they had boobs and actual fucking going on in a DC show. I was like, okay, this already beats Daredevil for like this shit. And then yeah, it's a really good show. Highly recommend it. I need to catch up on it, but yeah, I haven't caught up on season 2 yet, so hopefully it's just as good.
Yeah, I still need to watch Harley Quinn because I've heard
Harley Quinn is fucking great. Harley Quinn show is really great. They just finished the second season, but they played it as sort of like it can be a series finale or a season finale, so it's like it works either way. So
from Rod's Variety, asking, what is your favorite era of cartoons, and what is your favorite cartoon from that era?
Like the 90s or something.
Sorry, ask it one more time.
What is your favorite era of cartoons, and what is your favorite cartoon from that era?
90s.
Yeah, 90s. 90s is great, man.
I would say late 90s.
Late 90s.
Because like that's when all the Cartoon Network stuff like really blew up. And Powerpuff Girls. So
yeah, of course.
But I also do really like the beginning of the 2010s, because that's when like we had a big renaissance of new cartoons. Because Ponies came out, Adventure Time, regular show.
Ponies is kind of busted.
Yeah, Gumball came out in 2011. Gravity Falls came out in 2012. There was a lot of great stuff in the beginning of the 2010s.
You know what? I got to give it to the 2010s.
Yeah, you know what? When you think about it, as much as I want to be the whole I'm a 90s kid, fuck yeah, shit like that, there's like some shit where it's just like,
dang it, you're not wrong though.
Yeah.
It's like so much great
Gravity
shit.
Falls.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly,
MLP,
Legend of Korra.
Yeah, Looney Tunes.
There's a lot of
too many heavy hitters.
Yeah, there's too many like. Yeah, see, like that's the thing though. Like it's like, okay, we grew up with cartoons, and they're like, okay, those are good in the 90s. But like nowadays, the kids who grew up in the 90s, they're writing cartoons now, and they know our like humor, and they're able to like make it like hit us. Particularly,
yeah, there's so many great jokes that are in Craig of the Creek when me and Saber have been watching, and like there's something like
90s one where it's like, have you seen this show?
Like, you remember SWAT Cats?
Guess what? That one. Yeah. I remember that. It's like, no, I'm only this year's old, man.
Like, I'm only 9 years old.
That shit.
There's this joke that JP, one of the characters in there, that makes a joke about like he's gonna go into the store like on his like bicycle, and he's like, I'm gonna listen to the JP podcast. And he just starts making up a podcast as he's talking along, and then he like inserts an ad for like, but first for a word from our sponsor, Website Maker, and I was like, oh my god, they're taking a jab at Squarespace.
Oh god. I need to watch Craig of the Creek more, but I remember watching.
It's really
that
good. They actually reference One Piece sort of like with this with the Ninja Kids. They read a manga called Two Piece.
Oh god! Oh my god!
It's fun with the different little cliques of kids that are around the creek.
Oh yeah, they got the goth kids too and stuff like that, and then.
All right, Malik Webster has another super chat here. Who here is going to buy the interactive talking Deadpool head? What?
No. That just sounds like a pain to have in the house. It's like, seriously. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just like Deadpool is one of those characters where it's just like, I love the first movie and the character went at times, but it's just like he's good in doses, not all the time. It's just like okay, we got your shtick.
From a distance.
He
Yeah.
becomes that annoying Deadpool cosplayer at a convention.
Exactly. That annoying dad just never takes the fucking thing off, and it's just like, okay, all right, we get it, man. Shut the fuck up. All
Cosplay,
right.
it's not a fucking ticket to be a douchebag.
Mhm. Yeah, dude, you want to go get some fucking just like enchiladas and shit and fucking churros and fucking burrito, whatever Mexican food I like because I'm Deadpool and I'm fucking Deadpool. It's just like, God, fucking damn it. Shit. I can't stand these people. I can't. Oh, man. I can't.
Deadpool cosplayers.
All right. Let's see here. Go on the mentions on Twitter. Okay. From Nathaniel Foga asking, what's your guys' favorite Studio Trigger anime?
Kill a Kill.
Space Patrol Luluco, actually.
We watched that together.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It's very short, and it's funny.
And they cross over.
Yeah, they cross over with like all the Trigger
Yeah.
animes.
That was funny.
I'm looking through I was trying to remind myself. I'm like, what did they make again? I gotta be honest. I don't think I actually like any of them.
You don't like Kill a Kill?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I haven't seen Space Patrol Luluco though, so maybe I might like that.
It's really short.
Yeah,
Like me and Paley,
because they're only like 5 minute
me and Paley
episodes.
watched it in a night.
Yeah.
Like we watched that like in a night together. It was like so fast.
You know,
Mhm.
What
I
about just
like-
the first half of Little Witch Academia?
The
like-
first half is fine. The
What about
second
the
half
movie
was
for Little
bad.
Witch Academia?
That's not. I felt like they meant like not movies, but if we're going like
Okay.
just movies, then sure, yeah, that. I
Yeah,
would like
Okay.
but like Inferno Cop, man, that was fun. Sick.
that. Oh my god. We don't talk about Inferno Cop anymore,
Yes,
right?
we do.
Oh good.
Let's see. So, Major Bekazawa asking, have any of you guys ever played an album side by side with a movie? You know, like syncing Dark Side of the Moon with the Wizard of Oz, things like that. And did it ever enhance your experience?
Oh,
I've heard of that
heard that.
before.
Dude, if you play the fucking Mortal Kombat theme when Batman's killing all those people in Batman v Superman, it makes that scene like 20 times better. It's fucking like hype as shit. Add Mortal Kombat to most scenes.
Also, muting that scene also improves the
Yeah. That scene
Or
is
just
terrible.
turning off the movie.
Yeah. The only good scene is that fucking fight scene with Batman doing the fucking breaking necks. That was like, because that's the only time we've seen Batman in live action move like a fucking Arkham game. Like that was the only cool fucking thing they did.
Rigid Rat asking, what are your thoughts on product placement in movies? Do you think the product placement can work into a movie's benefit, or is it always irredeemable garbage?
Dude, like Wayne's World. Wayne's World mastered that shit. That shit was
Yeah.
hilarious. Like some people are just trying to sell out, and that's really sad. And then just fucking have
I
all
feel
this
like
stuff.
that's the only clever way you can do it, though.
Yeah, you have to be meta. You really have to be meta with the thing.
Yeah, you gotta be meta, or like, man, I really don't like how Sonic did Olive Garden. That was like, not Olive Garden. Was it Olive Garden?
I went to
It was
yeah, it
all
was
Yeah, it
Olive
was
Garden.
Olive Garden. Yeah, I was like, oh,
very cringe.
yeah,
Like the Power Rangers movie had fucking what was it, Krispy Kreme?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's just like yeah, Power Ranger had Krispy Kreme. Adam Sandler has a new one in every movie. Like fucking Lil Nicky is like Popeyes. It's just like go eat Popeye.
That Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome
Fortunately,
to
it was-
my Dunkachino.
Or if,
A
like-
Dunka.
Or if the product placement is like literally in the title of the movie, like Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. It's like
Well, you did
that's a
you
funny
know,
movie.
Sonic fucked up because they really should have got Sonic the Burger Place for their fucking movie. Like it's right there. They fucked up big time with that.
Yeah.
Fucking Sonic Burgers, Sonic the Hedgehog. They're done. Oh.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Let's see. How do you envision a fight between Doomsday, the Superman villain, and Saitama would play out from Major Mekazawa?
Well,
I mean, he
the
just
way
punched him.
Doomsday
You
worked.
could kill him
Well,
in
the
one
thing-
punch.
Yeah, the thing about Doomsday is like when you kill Doomsday with a punch, like he literally the way his power works is like you kill him And then the method you killed him doesn't work. And so he just comes back and he just keeps like, the next time you try to kill him with that same thing, it won't work. So it's just like, it will just keep playing out with like, oh, you punch. And this is just if you make it like Saitama's not a gag character or some shit. Or it's like, oh, the punch thing. Cause it would just be like, oh, okay, I'm just going to I'm impervious to like the way you killed me before, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, Doomsday's busted that way. Stupid.
Cartoon Network fanatic asking, what do you guys think is the most cringiest internet dance trends? Examples: dabbing and flossing.
Oof, big oof. Come on now.
Big oof. Anyone who dabs
Dab on
ironically,
I'm that boy.
Major cringe, dude. Press that with that.
Harlem Shake.
Yeah, Harlem Shake was stupid.
It really was.
At
It was
least
so
fucking.
dumb, I forgot it existed until you just said it right now.
Back in my day, we had classy dances like the Soldier Boy. Let me tell you something, fucking Soldier Boy, crank that you. Come on now.
Well, Harlem Shake was like orchestrated, where it was like that was a big push to make it happen. I mean, that makes me feel, I don't like that. It's like, oh, at least Gangnam Style was fun.
Yeah.
Chicken noodle soup isn't through the internet though, was it? That was too early to be through the internet, maybe.
I mean, the dance like got on the internet before that. Hold on.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like, well, the dance for it, like, you know how like Wu-Tang like was sort of, I mean, I would say chicken noodle soup is for internet because like that's where the dance primarily people saw it and were like, oh, let me spread it.
Mhm. That's fair.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that's dope, Tommy.
yeah. Here. So this here. This is from Random Bun. Random Bun made a fan art for,
POG
of
champ.
Jax in the beginning of the chat. Or I'll show it to the
F
chat
in the
here.
chat. Hit or miss. I bet they never miss, huh? Come on.
Epic
oof.
bra moment.
Epic bra.
Everybody,
moment.
Jax just gave you the power to make a Jax Blade soundboard. Go ham.
Top text. Bottom text. Hey, you rock, dude. Oh my god. I am pretty. Oh my god. Big oof. Here we go. Yeah, dudes, just so you know, Lion King 2 is inferior to Lion King 1.5. Just so you know.
Kick him! Like,
Wow!
what are you doing in here? He knows he's wrong. He's like, get him out of here.
That was
Now
such
that's
great
a real
movie.
big oof.
That's
Oh,
a real big oof.
F in the
for real.
chat. Oh, for these two who don't like Lion King. That's so stupid.
All right, another one from Cartoon Network fanatic asking thoughts on the upcoming new season of Amphibia and will you watch it? We actually just finished the first season. So
With Katie.
Yeah, with Katie, me, Hero, and Jax. It's a good show. It's fun.
I have no
It's
idea.
like
That's gross,
really-
Ann.
That's
I don't feel safe.
Me and Katie were trying to find it.
I don't feel safe, right? That show is fun because it does the thing that I like, where they just throw in like a funny as shit line when you're not expecting it. It's
Yeah.
weird though because it's like 98% wholesome, and then like some of the funny lines are just like, "Here, we're gonna take this to a real dark place with the quickness."
Yeah.
I don't feel safe. What is on your face? Oh my god!
Wait a minute! Back up! You're the record Hop Hop? How many times have you won Hop Hop? Have you killed a man Hop Hop?
Oh, that was so great. That was so good.
it's
What episode was the one where they said that's gross, Ann? I can't find that
I can't
episode.
remember, yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, I want to find that and clip it.
But yeah,
That's
Amphibia
gross,
is a
man.
show about a girl that gets trapped in a world that has frogs and other
Yeah.
amphibians.
Yep.
There's some nuisance salamanders,
Our world has amphibians.
Hold on, let me just lost.
but sentient amphibians.
You don't
Do,
think
do,
frogs
do,
are
do,
smart?
do, do.
That seems pretty speciesist of you, Paleo. As someone who's a
Don't-
dolphin enthusiast,
Don't tell Kermit.
Hashtag
Forgive us.
Paleo Steno's over party.
You will bow down before me, son of God. Come on.
Time to play Is It Kermit or Jordan Peterson?
Or Ray Romano. Or Agent 22. Whatever the fuck his name is.
This is quite a question.
What is it?
I'm gonna wait for Saber for the other question that I saw, but this one's quite a question. It says, "What is a kink you feel comfortable talking about that you developed at a young age? How did it start? Like nowadays, when it happens, is it something you do for whenever you see or it happens?" I'm not sure what they're saying in the second part.
I think. Hold on, let me say this because oh my god, is it from Degham?
Yeah.
Okay, so they asked me and Katie this like 2 weeks ago on the fucking like Weird Flex But Okay podcast. So I'm gonna see if it's the same thing. No, okay, so oh my god. Yeah, should we wait for Saber to get back so you could talk with that?
No, go ahead. Like there's a I was referring to a different question for Saber.
Oh, okay then. Okay, yeah. So I know
sorry,
for me.
repeat it one more time for me.
So basically the way it was worded. Okay, yeah, because the way it was worded before. I don't know if she said it like what she said. What is a kink you feel comfortable talking about that you developed at a young age? How did it start? Like nowadays, when you see it happen, does it do something? When it happens, does it do something for you? Oh, hold on. What the fuck? Yeah, I
can't understand the second part.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna take it at what they said before. It's just like nowadays, when you see it happen, it does something for you, like on the spot. It's just like, oh wow, that's having it do it, and then.
I don't know about on the spot, man.
I know. For me, mine is I know how it started, and I know why I have it. It's fucking kissing. I have a massive kink for makeouts and kissing scenes, and that shit does it for me. And the reason it started was that fucking upside down kiss from Spider-Man 2002, where she's in the rain, like making out with him, and just like kissing. That shit woke something in me. To the point now, wherever I see like a makeout scene or a kiss scene or something like that, or do a kissing with someone, it just, I'm just like, okay, you know what? If you don't want to, like, hey, babe, if you don't want to like have sex, this is fine. We could just make out. That's even better for me, to be honest, because yeah, that did it for me. That kissing thing, that's what it is for me. Anytime I see it, oof. And that scene from like Space Jam got me when Lola and Bugs made
cartoons. 90s cartoons made midriff irresistible to me.
Yes.
One thing
everywhere
for me, because like you know, I love boobs and stuff, but also midriff combined. When I first saw Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII, I was like,
yes.
Holy shit, that combination.
Yes. It's so good. The midriff is on. Like I was thinking about that the other day. Because like on my video, I posted my Ty Lee video. I posted like, oh, I had a crush on like Ty Lee and Starfire and Lola Bunny and fucking. Then they were just like, I'm starting to see a pattern with the midriffs, and I was just like,
yeah,
right, everywhere.
Yeah, even Jenny XJ9 from My Life as a Teenage Robot like has like a midriff.
Yeah,
she's midriff coded, as it were.
Yeah,
it's fucking hot. So good. Oh my god.
None from when I was little. And none.
You don't have any kinks now, Hero. Jesus.
Yes, he does.
But I mean, like, I don't care. I'll tell it. I really
no,
don't
nothing
care.
wrong with it. We love you.
This person is really creepy. Oh my goodness. But
oh shit! I'm out of water.
Here,
go.
What?
Continue
I made
with
paleo
this
joke.
question. I'm gonna get some water.
Oh,
Am I
sick.
supposed to
We
wait for
killed him.
him?
No, like you could talk about it. I made him.
Oh my god, guys, we did it.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
But like there was a comic I was reading, and like there were two people that were eating out at a restaurant, and they came back and they were like nice and satiated, like, huh, that was a good meal. And then they just did the deed afterwards. And they're just like, I don't know, there's something about like people, this is gonna sound so privileged, but like legitimately, but like people that have like the money to support each other, they both made it in life, and it's like the guy can support the girl financially and the girl can support the guy financially. That's like that's the good feelings I get from people being like satiated after they eat.
You know what?
And it's
that's the most unrealistic kink I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, it's so freaking ridiculous. I just like boobs and fucking making out and shit. You like fucking couples that love each other.
Couples that love each other.
I just want my sexual fantasy to have financial and emotional stability, okay?
God, Jesus.
Like it's not even Kari calling me out on saying they did the deed.
They did the deed. They did the deed. with their
Like,
seed.
I don't know. There's something like really healthy and fluffy about that to me. It's just like they're happy, they're stable, and they just go home and love each other.
This is
It has nothing to do with like the fact that they like. I don't want to like see them like really like inflated or anything. That's not the point. There's no like artistic like part to this. It's just like the thought of them.
Meal is the framing device.
Yeah, dude.
It's not
Exactly.
the goal in
Like,
of
see,
itself.
yes. Literally, actually, yes. Exactly
It's the
that.
subtext of the meal, not the direct representation.
Bro, can I just say, like, and this is not me. This is the most adorable thing I ever hear. Every time you tell this story, I love hearing it because it's just like you can still ride the Nimbus cloud whenever I talk to you. Like that's the thing I keep realizing. It's just like this is so pure. Like I just almost, it's just I love
So
it.
that's it, y'all. My kink is financial stability and loving one another. I don't know.
What a
What a
well
shame
fed.
that your kink is just unattainable in today's economy.
Yeah, forbidding kink hand holding.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
All
Okay.
right.
Oh yeah.
Got another super chat here from Nicholas Walker. Since Sony Pictures Animation is making PG-13 and R-rated movies, do you want anime studios to take advantage in making PG-13 movies like Pixar? Yeah, I wish like more studios would like go up with the age rating to make more mature movies.
Seriously.
Yeah, because that way they can like just get hard with it. Yeah.
Animation is just like such an untapped medium. Like not in terms of like subject matter, because like anime's got you covered no matter what kind of fucked up shit you're into, even something as crazy and alien as financial stability. But like Hollywood budget and stuff, like really throwing that big dick American money around on like really mature animation, it's just not something that really happens very often.
Yeah.
And it's when it's done, it's almost always done in raunchy comedy format. I want like serious deep dive subject matter, R-rated animated Animorphs movie, go full in, do it. It would work better as animation than a live action anyways.
An all-in Animorphs movie would be sick.
Dude, I'd be on that shit.
Yeah, dude, that'd be hype. Yeah, I mean, there's like so many movies. Like, honestly, I feel like I said this before, but like a PG-13 Incredibles movie, like that was because Incredibles is a pretty dark movie when you get down there. Like fucking Syndrome hunted down and murdered like God knows how many people, and it's just like, oh yeah, he was just a goofy villain, but he did that. And then like they could have played off that a bit more, like go a bit more in depth, like for a sequel. I feel like it'd be cool, like since Jack has all these powers, like maybe a villain comes up to him and his parents are trying to control him and be like, hey, you are more powerful than any of them. You don't have to listen to them. Why the fuck you listen to them? You don't need to be controlled or something. I don't know, something like that, and then have him go off and have a big dramatic film. But we have to wait another 20 years for that fucking movie to come out. So yeah.
From Ryan Walterson. 5 celebrity crushes in no particular order. Go. I was trying to think of something when I saw that.
What?
Kate Upton, Megan Good.
Kate Upton's good.
Kate Upton has some tiggle.
Haley Atwell.
Haley Atwell's got some tiggle. Man. Yeah, she fine as fire. Peggy.
I think of who else.
Scarlett Johansson's got a nice butt. See, the thing is, I think I've grown out of having like so many celebrities crushes. Like there were some celebrities when I was a kid that I was just like, oh my God, I love this person so much. Like they're so freaking hot, and I would marry them if I had the chance. Like I remember I used to be that way when I was a kid with Emma Watson before I grew up. I was just like, I got different tastes.
that was me with Amanda Bynes.
Oh, yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Hilary Duff for me too. I loved Hilary Duff, like from Lizzie McGuire. Yeah, Lizzie McGuire. I had a big crush on Hilary Duff. God,
social media has made me realize that all celebrities are terrible, and I don't like any of them.
You know who I had a big crush on? Tommy made me remember this right now just from his name. Kimberly, Pink Power Ranger from original Power Rangers,
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin.
Amy Jo Johnson.
She still looks good today.
She does.
She must bathe in baby blood or something.
That's what the morphing grid does to you, I guess.
Yeah. She's great.
All right. I don't know where Saber went, but
he's probably taking a dump.
Yeah.
On the podcast, like he does
I
every
mean, I have before.
We always get like an extreme of Saber, either like really quiet Saber or drunk loud Saber.
What if
we never get it in between?
What if he's locked outside again?
Oh,
you remember that when he got locked?
Yeah, I hope he has his phone on him.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck. Yeah, shit. Oh yeah.
Let this be a lesson to you, kids. 1 million subscribers, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Anyone.
So yeah, Ozzy was asking. This is why I was waiting for Saber, because it was mentioning Craig of the Creek. Because I wanted to see what he wanted to say about this one. But it's actually there he is. Speak of the devil.
Hi,
Sandy, shut up. Yeah.
We were just talking about
talk.
You.
Yeah. We talked about kinks, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, Ozzy was asking to Jax, have you ever watched Craig of the Creek? It's a show that stars African American protagonists, and the show takes place in Maryland. Yeah,
I didn't know it took place in Maryland.
Yeah, we were surprised when we found out. I was like, oh, it's in Maryland.
I know my friend Mike, he loves that show because apparently I think it's Craig's older brother or something like that has like they're like in an interracial relationship or something.
Yeah,
and that like it always reminds him of him and his girlfriend when they watch it, so it cracks him up.
Yeah, Craig's brother Bernard is voiced by Phil Lamar.
Oh, nice. I think the only episode I watched fully was just the 90s one where it's like SWAT cats. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like that was literally the only one I've watched all the way through. I have to watch it consistently. I think for me, I need like, is it on like
it's
Hulu
on HBO
right now?
Max.
Okay, then I'll watch it on HBO Max.
The complete first season's on there.
Oh, sweet. Then that's how I marathon my shows now. Yeah. Like I need it.
Which
like
it
all,
actually
like,
has a lot more going on than you would expect, because like as far as like Craig and like the other kids in the area, it's a fun show. It has some good world building with, which is really weird. It's like world building in like a show for kids that just play outside. It's
nice,
but it's neat.
Okay, cool.
All right.
It has to do with freaky stuff like hand holding. Oh damn! I can't watch that. I need a parent for that.
Bionic Prime asking, one day in the near future, what film would you want to watch again if the theater, if they re-release it? I have never seen the original Jurassic Park in theaters, so I want to do that someday.
You didn't see it as a kid? Oh yeah, you said you didn't.
Yeah, I might have, but I probably forgot. Like
I remember,
I wasn't that old because I was only like 4 when it came out.
Oh, dude! Wait, you're 2 years older than me. How did I see it in theater? Because I remember there are pictures of me in the theater seeing it with because I love dinosaurs. I wasn't scared. Apparently, that's what my
because I remember like images of Jurassic Park, but I don't remember. I might have fell asleep in the theater or something. So
dude, there are movies like that I know for a fact I saw in theaters, but I only remember one scene. And like for me, I remember when I saw Lion King in theaters, all I remember is Scar's paw going like that on the mouse. Like that's all I remember.
That's the first movie with Lion King. That's the first movie I actually remember going to the theater for.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. I'd love it if it was a drive-in theater. I'd like to go see. I've already seen Spider-Verse like 38,000 times. So let me see.
Go see it again.
Yeah, you know, right? You right, bro. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm lying.
I'd like to see Great Mouse Detective in theaters. That'd be neat.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You know what? The Powerpuff Girls movie.
Oh yeah, I actually saw that in theaters twice.
Yeah. See, I think I saw it once. I think I think I did see it just one time, but I wanted to see it again. So, yeah, there you go, Powerpuff Girls movie.
All right. Oh, we're over 2 hours now for the show, so
legendary length.
I think
wrap it up.
End it.
Big
wrap it up.
Come on.
Epic
Never.
bro moment.
It will never,
Epic bra
ever
moment.
end.
I gotta eat my cookies after this, bro. Come on.
Do you
Let
have
me get
cookies?
the milk. Yeah, I do. Protein cookies. You know, I'm not all that hungry though, so let me just. I'm not hungry.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah.
You want to explain that before we head off, so people don't feel
pretty
left
much.
out?
Hero's the one who like reminded me. I would have forgotten about it. It was just like we were at a con, and then like all of us, I was like offering the guys like protein cookies because I always bring a bunch just for snacks. And then like Hero was like, I'm good. Paleo was like, I'm good. And Saber was like, okay, I'll have one. And then when he was like, no, he was like, no, he said he didn't want one. And then like
Because we were talking
Hero
about
was
going
like,
to dinner. It was like,
Yeah.
like, good. You want to go out to go get something?
Yeah,
And then
yeah. It
Saber,
was like, you
Saber
wanna
was
go-
just on the bed. He was like, I don't know, I'm not that hungry. He just put the cookie in his mouth.
He's just eating the fucking cookie. I was like,
I wasn't that hungry.
No, I'm not that hungry. No, he was like literally opening it too.
Yeah.
no, I'm not all that hungry. Good times. Good times.
All right, so I guess we'll see you guys on the
In 2 weeks.
20th. Yeah, the 20th for the next POS podcast. Remember, if you want to join the POS podcast public Discord server, you can. I think one of the mods can put it in the chat here. But it's also in the description of this video, which will stay up for a little bit before I put it on the podcast channel. So yeah, see you guys next time. Thank you for coming out. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.